Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel again. So in this video we are going to learn how we can implement CI/CD pipeline to using the GitHub action runner function, and we are using AWS instance for it. So let me tell you the things step by step. So this is my simple repo Node.js application, and I have simply cloned this repo in my local repository. And what I'm doing is I am simply using the action tab, Node.js action, and simply using GitHub runner to configure my CI/CD pipeline. This is very basic CI/CD pipeline. What is CI/CD? So let's understand this if anyone don't know about it. So CI/CD means continuous integration and continuous deployment. Means that whenever you make any changes to your GitHub repo, so it will automatically action runner will triggered, and this action runner will simply copy your entire repo changes to your instance. So whichever your instance is, whether it is on EC2 instance or Lightshell or any other other domain, like if I am using AWS, or you can use Google GCP, or you can use Azure, Microsoft Azure. So, and you can use any one of that, but the procedure will be same for all of that. So what I'm doing is you have to just simply copy your repo to GitHub, and after that you have simply have to go to the action tab, and here you have to simply click on new workflow, and here you have to simply search Node.js. So my application is Node.js, so you have to search Node.js. So Node.js will appear here. You have to simply click on configure tab. So after clicking here, although I have already done this, so I will not going to do this again, but it is very simple. After clicking this, you have this folder been created. So this is the workflow folders. Inside that you will see this nodejs.yml file, and this code you have to be paste there. Where you will get this code? This code I will provide in the description itself. And the only thing you have to change it, you have to change your branch name. So my branch name is main. So whenever some changes have been made it to main branch, then it get triggered. So you can obviously you can make change to this array. You can type the name of your branches in which you want to be triggered your CI/CD. So in my case, it is my branch name is main, so that's why it is mentioning main here. All the other things will remain same. So now let's create an instance here. So I'm creating a Lightshell instance. You can use EC2 instance, you can use any other instance. So in my case, it will be running on Linux, and application is Node.js. And after that, I will let everything by default and click on create instance. So this will take some time. And until then, I will let me post this video, because I don't want to make this video long. So our instance is created. Let's click on it. So now you can connect with this instance directly or using the SSH key. In my case, I'm connecting directly. So let's do ls. So this is by default folders which is provided to you. We don't need to do anything with that. You just have to follow these commands and simply paste it here. So I will provide this command in the description itself, and after that you have to do the same thing which I am doing currently. So paste this, and after let's keep this run. It will take some time, so don't rush. And so although our instance is already running with Node.js application, so we don't have to follow these steps, this command, and you have to just copy the second command. So if your instance has Node.js installed, then you can follow this command. So how to know? So let's simply click on node, type node-v. So it is showing me the version, means it is installed. So I will directly now installing nginx. And after this, you have to stop here, and let's keep it run. So this is done. So now what we have to do is we have to simply go to our repo and click on setting tab, Inside the setting tab, click on action, click on runner, and click here new self-hosted runner, and click on choose whichever operating system is running in your instance. So in my case, my instance is running on Linux. So simply click on Linux and click these commands one by one and paste it to the instance. So paste it here. So and same for the second command, copy, paste. So it will take some time. Let's wait. Until then, copy the third command. So third command is done. So paste third command now. Click enter. It's done. And now copy the fourth command. So I guess I have already done this, right? So yeah, this command is already done. So copy this command, fourth command. So paste. And till it's run, copy the fifth command. This is the configure command. So this is the main command which will going to connect your instance to this repo, because it has your token inside it. So it will connect your repo to the particular instance. So copy this, and yeah, you can see self-hosted running registration. So you don't need to put anything, just keep it going by default. Click enter, enter, and enter. So runner successfully added. Click enter. Yeah. So what that means is, you can see enter the name of work folder. So by default it will create underscore work folder, in this work underscore work folder your repo code will be get copied. So now what we have to do is, you have to simply don't need to run this command, you have to run this command, this sudo -svc.sh install. So you have to run this command. So now it's installed. Now put a second command, and now click paste, start. So it's active. You can see runner is active. How we can see that runner is active? Click on runner tab again. Now you will see your IP address is mentioning it. This is your instance IP. So how to verify? Click on your instance. You will see a private IP. So this is the same IP which is showing here. Means your instance is connected with the runner. Now let me show you one more thing. If I do ls, there is a lot of folder which has been created by those commands which we have pasted, but there is no underscore work folder here. Why? Because this underscore work folder will only will created when you will make any changes to your repo. So let's make some dummy changes. So I am just deleting this comment to make these dummy changes. Dummy changes. Now I will commit. Now sync the changes. So it will push my changes to my repo, and then from this repo it will get triggered by GitHub action workflow. As you can see, it is triggered because we have mentioned our branch name here. So this my localhost has made changes to main branch directly. So this has been triggered, and now if you click here, you will see a small orange dot here. So this is nothing but this is our action runner which is running. So this is running. So this is the same command which we have mentioned in the workflow. So this command is same. So although it is crashed, our app is crashed because there is a reason, because we haven't provided the .env file. Obviously we will not going to push .env directly to our GitHub repo, so we have to paste it manually. Although the motive for me to show that this is working. So if you click here, setting, action runner, so it is active now. You can see previous it was idle, now it is active. Now if I go to the instance and if I do ls again, you will see the underscore work folder is now appeared here. Now I will do cd underscore work. Now if I do ls, now you can see my repo name is Cicd testing server, so it is showing me here. If I do again ls, again cd So now here all my GitHub repo files are here. Now what we have to do is we have to add a env file, because environment variable is confidential, so we will add it manually here for one time. So let's create it, touch.env. Now do ls cd.env. We have to do vim.env. To make the changes, we have to do vim.env. Now we are inside that particular file. So just copy this MongoDB, whatever the environment variable you have defined. I've just paste it here. How to paste it? You have to click Control I, and after that you have to click right click and paste here. After that you have to press escape, and you have to press :X. Now click enter. Now if you do ls again, so it will work. Now all the things has been done. So now if I make any change to my GitHub repo to main branch, so previously this build is failed because we haven't provided the env. So now this build will not get failed. So how to check? Let's cancel this workflow. So now what we have to do is we have to make some one small change once again. So let's make changes here. Dummy change, just to check whether our build is now failing or not. Dummy changes, because now we have added the env file, so it will not get failed. So this is the one-time step you have to do in order to set up the Cicd. So now if I refresh, you will see the orange dot again appear. It means that it has detected some changes to GitHub repo, and it is doing doing our job, doing his job. So his job is nothing to but to follow some command which we have added in the workflow folder itself. So one second, let me see what we are missing. So it is again failed. Let's see our env file has some those changes or not. So yeah, it has. So okay, so I just misspelled the MongoDB name, so we have to type Control I. So let me correct it quickly. So I have correct by mistake, so I have misspelled the MongoDB name. So let's quickly save it. And after saving, let's see our build is running or not. So how to let's cancel this and make a quick changes inside the repo directly. So if I do some changes to readme.md file, so it will get triggered. So commit this change, and now see if it is running or not. So yeah, it's running. Doing the same all the things which we have mentioned. npm i. Now server has start, and now check whether the server is running or not. You have to simply do one more thing. You have to click because this public IP is not accessible to anyone until we configure it. Click on domain. Click on networking tab, and you have to add one rule. This rule is all TCP and create. Now try to access it. Go to this, and you have to put the port number. So in my case it is 5050. So yeah, now our server is running on this instance successfully. So now you have seen the Cicd is implemented here. And now what we have to do, you have to if I close this terminal, and if I try to access this again, so you are still accessible it, but one more thing you have to do is you have to install a process manager. So process manager in my case we will use pm2. So what pm2 do is pm2 automatically start your server, like in local host we use nodemon, but in instance we will use pm2, because sometime what happen is when you close this terminal, you will not able to access this URL anymore. So it will in our case it is working, but after some time it will not get work. It is not connected to that terminal because it is closed. So in order to prevent this situation, we have to install pm2. pm2 is a process manager. So let's go to our directory, action runner cd underscore work ls, cd underscore work ls, cd our repo name ls, cd our repo name, and now we have to do this, copy this npm i pm2 -g, means you want to install it globally. So npm i pm2 -g, so it will get installed in some time. Let's wait. So it is not installed because we have to do sudo npm i pm2 -g, because sudo means you are installing it with administration permission. So because you are installing it globally, so it will you have to enter sudo initially. Now it's installed. Now we have to do whatever your main server file is. So in my case, my server file name is index.js, this one. So what I have to do is I have to write pm2 start index.js. So now my pm2 has started this server. Now if I close this terminal, and after if I try to access this URL after 2 days, 3 days, anytime, it will not get it will not show us any kind of error, because pm2 will take care. pm2 will automatically run this server in background, whether the terminal is connected or not. And one more thing, there is a command we have to add here in workflow, because initially what workflow is doing, so whatever the command is running here, like let me show you, well, whatever the command is listed here, it will only run those commands. But in our case, we don't need to start our server with npm start command. We have to start our server with pm2 restart command. So let me show you. So in our case, this is our id. So this id name is this id is nothing but process number. So you can obviously you can run multiple process, means if you have another repo pushed to same instance and you want to also run those repo with pm2, you can obviously do that. Like same thing, pm2 start suppose server.js or any file, and those particular command will comes under here. Like in our case, it is our first server, and so the id is given to us is 0. If we do again with another repo, the id will be 1 and 2 and so on. So if you want to restart this server, you have to simply write pm2 restart 0. 0 means you are mentioning the id number which server you want to restart. So if you do pm2 restart, it will get restart this server. So now the same command pm2 restart 0 we have to put here. Rather than putting npm start 0, we have to write pm2 restart 0. So let's write pm2 restart 0. Now start commit and commit this change. So now what happened here? So first it will detect which branch has been made it the change. So which code has been pushed to which branch. So if the branch is same which is mentioning here, then it get triggered. After it get triggered, it will run the workflow. So this workflow which is connected to our instance, and after when it's running, it will follow these steps. So this step is nothing, just simply do by the default thing, and after that run this command. This command is npm i, and after that do pm2 restart 0. So it will work like this. So we have done this. So let's make some changes to our repo. So what I'm doing is I'm simply deleting this comment in order to show you whether it is working or not. So dummy changes and simply sync the change. So my code is pushed. Now it get triggered here. So let me show you. So it got triggered. The orange line means something detected to workflow, and it is building. So if you click here, the job is running. So it will follow the same process which is mentioning in the workflow. So let me close this terminal and also refresh this page and see if it's working or not. So it will take some time, so let's wait. So I just cancelled this workflow because we have missed one thing. So that thing is nothing but just go to your workflow file and click on this, and here you have to mention the same Node.js version which is installed on your instance. So let's check which Node.js version is installed in our instance. So you have to just simply do node-v. So it is 16.20.0, but in our case it is mentioned 18 point something. So you have to change this 16. Simply click for edit here and change this to 16. So this is important one, and you can also add multiple version here. You can also add comma 18 comma something like that, but in my case we don't have to we don't need it. So we have made it changes. So let's see if so let's close the terminal and see if it is running or not. So yeah, it is running. So it is not showing here, I don't know why, but if you click here and click on action runners and click here, so you will see it is running here. So it is doing npm restart, although we have already made changes to do pm2 restart. So what is happening here, we have made it multiple changes one by one. So it is work as a queue, means if you made 3 changes to the same repo in 3 seconds, so whichever changes made it first, so that job will get first build, and until then the rest 2 jobs will stay in the queue. So that's why it is showing me like this. So if I click here, so this job is in queue and now it is running, as you can see. So we have already done all the things. I just want to show you that whatever we implemented is actually working. So whenever you made any changes or your team made any changes to any particular repo, so it will automatically get pushed to your instance. You don't need to manually go to the instance and do git pull or something. It will get, now you can see all these things, all the command which we have mentioned is run successfully, and every time this command will run. So whatever command you will mention, you can also add your test case command here, like in the workflow itself. So whatever command you will mention inside the workflow, so your job will be going to do with those configuration only. Like I haven't mentioned any test case command, so you can also do that as well. So it will be showing to you here, and when it's got completed, it will you can see in the live live server IP address. So this thing is done. I hope you like this video. I will mention all this command in the GitHub, in the video description. So thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.